We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20, let's go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
5 yard pickup on this left.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard run.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Number one, high. 20.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Number one, high. Number one, high.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Chief, he's right. Watch it, Oscar.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
21G, 21G. Hey. Help!
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Well, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action. Now Jackson going deep for Walker. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Well, I hit 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, take out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll give Henry another shot. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, a field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go ahead. 21G.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Tua. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Down the right sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey! 20, TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw outside, taken in by Hill. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his round, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and goal.
Now Lamar changing the play. Third and goal, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And I think the ball's out. And the Dolphins have got it. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there.
Still going. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
45-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
All right. Come on. Team. 21G.
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Solo left Zion.
Back to throw here. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, come on.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Watch it, Austin. Ready. Solo left side. All right, go ahead, go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The 20, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Dolphins 16. Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Walker with a grab, left side. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jackson going to keep it. Makes the connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. An audible here to get a new look. 4th down, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Tua on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Jackson going to keep it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Marshall now, the return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard
line. On play action, here's Tua. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever. Well, Tua is going to change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great. Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 3rd and 6.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll try and throw for him with Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Luke now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 16.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
First down.
Solo left, go ahead.
1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
2nd and 10.
Ready. 20. All right, go ahead. Go. Ready.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that one too wide and incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Raven first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. 10. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run.